Well, hello my dear companions, welcome back to part 3 of Doki Doki Literature Club Blue Skies. Let's continue this. This is pretty similar so far, as I said, to the main game, but yeah, let's do this. A pain, that has to be Yuri, right? Right? No climax, that's Yuri. Yeah. It's so difficult sometimes, you know? Come on, tragedy? That's Sayori. Yeah, I keep messing those two up. Hurt. That's Sayori too, damn it. Okay. Entropy. Yuri. Death. That might be Sayori. Okay, so let's see. It's difficult. Skipping? Time, maybe. Yeah. Destiny, Crimson, Yuri. It's a fancy word, Yuri. Heartbeat. Yeah, oh, that was Natsuki. Okay. Pleasure. That's Yuri, for sure. Agonizing. Yuri. Abstract Yuri. Intellectual Yuri, of course. Imagination Yuri. Wrath. We are going ham on Yuri here now. Contamination. Yep. Disaster. Broken existence, I guess. Yeah. Secretive. Yep, we're doing it. Massacre. Yuri. Boom. And the last one is uncanny. Yeah, Yuri. Yuri all the way. Here we go. Just a few days ago, I never would have thought that I would look forward to an extracurricular so much. But here I am, back for another club meeting and anticipating new antiques from everyone. The usual scene awaits me as I step into the club room. Hi, Salsar. Hey, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in this club, that's all. Is that so? Well, it's nice to see you so cheery. Please let Sayori survive. Please let her survive this this mod. Anyway, what's new? I've got some exciting news. What's up? Did you know that the student store sells the new brand of strawberry milk now? Sounds lovely. I saw when I passed by on my way here. I should have known better to expect actual news from Sayori. I don't think I've tried that yet. I don't know, strawberry milk is usually too sweet for me. It actually is, it's super sweet. What? But it goes great with melon bread. Maybe. Sayori, could you eat a packet of raw sugar? You could eat a packet of raw sugar and you'd still say it's not sweet enough. Hey, that's an exaggeration. Seriously though, it goes really well with bread. I think it does. The milk is sweet, but it still has that unique tart strawberry flavor that's eased by the richness of the milk. When you pair that with the fresh bread, the sweetness is spread out even more so that it's just the right amount of flavor. Wow, did you become Gordon Ramsay? I'm a food expert, so you should trust me on this. I mean, you know how many snacks you eat every day? I don't doubt that you know your food well. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, you meanie. So I'm a meanie for giving a compliment. Sayori, you are... She's adorable in her own way. Anyway, aren't you hungry now? Talking about food always make me hungry. Now that you mention it, maybe a little.
Great, let's go to the student store and buy some snacks together.
Now I see what she's playing at. She wants that strawberry milk. Raise an eyebrow. And Sayori notices.
Salsa, why are you looking at me like that?
Well, Sayori, I have a nagging suspicion that you're only trying to convince me to come because you don't have any... okay, you don't have any money. And you just want me to buy you a snack.
What? I would never do that. Never.
Really? Then let's see your purse.
Huh?
Your purse. Let's see it. Sayori laughs awkwardly as she pulls out her purse. She opens with it and dumps its contents onto the desks. 2 small coins fall out. This little ruse might have actually worked had Sayori not pulled it on me numerous times when we were younger. The amount of times she managed to trick me into buying her another ice cream. Guess sometimes never change. Nice try, Sayori.
No fair. How did you know?
Now wouldn't you like to know? Let's just call it intuition. In response, she sticks her tongue out at me. Typical. Yuri suddenly giggles. Savage Yuri is back. I didn't notice she was eavesdropping. Looking over in her direction, I catch her peeking over the top of a book.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Well, tell Salsa to let me borrow some money. That's none of my business, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. It's shameful to manipulate people into doing or buying things for you.
Tell that to Monika. Wow, isn't that a little harsh? I'm only messing around with Sayori, after all.
Did I just... I didn't mean that. That came out much harsher than I intended. Sorry, I just... well...
Yuri blushes in embarrassment, looking away from us while playing with a strand of her hair.
I apologize for how I've been acting lately.
It looks like she still might be a bit ashamed of how she acted yesterday. Yeah, probably.
No, it's okay to be honest sometimes. You shouldn't always keep things that bother you to yourself.
Well, say that to Sayori.
There's no way you could think that after all. Well, after... You were right, though. I shouldn't trick people into buying me things. Funny how your 10-year-old... Funny how your 10-year-old...
Wrong voice. Sorry. Funny how your 10-year-old self didn't see it that way. Yuri lets out a small laugh, covering her mouth with her hand. Even the way she laughs is so shy and proper.
Is this mischievous behavior something Sayori used to display as a child then?
Oh yeah. Although, back then I fell for it, time and time again. You wouldn't believe how much candy Sayori managed to con me out of.
Oh, don't make me out to be so sneaky, Salsar. Although those candies were so good.
I'm surprised, Sayori. Coming from you, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? What's going on here? Oh, nothing much. Sayori here was just up to some mischief.
Oh?
Yeah, she tried to trick me into buying her snack.
Hey, that's not true.
Monika smiles. What? Really? Riley? I don't know. And turns to me. I'm assuming this isn't the first time. Well, you're right. You'd be right. We'll share a little chuckle at that. Well, everyone expects Sayori does.
Hey, you guys have been really mean.
Okay, we're sorry. But you did bring this up on yourself.
I know. But in my defense, I am really hungry. Well,
Has Sayori or Natsuki brought cupcakes?
if you're really that hungry, you can have this if you want.
She offers up a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori immediately snatches it out of her hands. Isn't this really super similar to the main game so far? Isn't this exactly what happens? But I know I have installed the mod correctly, so it should work. I don't know, it's just super similar.
Thank you.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Sugar good.
Sayori suddenly gasps, clasps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. Heh. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki.
Come on, you just got a cookie.
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm real happy that you're sharing this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches out to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri, Monika and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori to quit taking my stuff?
Sayori, you know you shouldn't do something like that without permission. Monika scolds Sayori.
I know. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It was so good. Hey!
Everyone, come on, it's just plain fun, you know? These things happen a lot, Monika. A little bit too much, to be honest. Don't worry, it's all in good fun.
Good fun is teasing each other from time to time, not stealing food.
Calm down, it's not a big deal. Natsuki pouts in her seat. Everyone calms down and quickly returns to their normal activities. Sayori has already managed to finish the entire cookie. Meanwhile, Natsuki gets up and heads for the closet, and Yuri is already lost in her book. I haven't saved in a while, let's do that. Let's save up, boom. Hey Yuri.
Oh. Hello, Salsar.
Yuri places the book she was reading down on her desk. I'm not interrupting you or anything, am I?
Oh, not at all. Were you hoping to continue reading together?
Oh, well, yeah, actually. Would that be alright?
Oh, of course. Before we get started, would it be alright if I made some tea?
Of course. Love tea. Love some tea. Sure. What did you have in mind?
Perhaps I could show you.
So Yuri stands up and drifts towards the back of the room. She opens up the cupboard and retrieves a glass pitcher.
I'll just be a moment, is that alright?
Yeah, take your time. Yuri turns to leave, but then suddenly wheels back.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's an electric kettle in the cupboard. Here, would you mind plugging it in for me while I'm gone?
Sure, see you in a bit. This time she leaves the classroom for real. She's nervously clutching onto the water pitcher, yet she still appears to make long, elegant strides. It's really quite astonishing to see. She almost looks graceful. She is graceful.
Oh, where's Yuri off to? You didn't scare her away, did you?
Monika, come on. What? No. At least, I don't think so. I'm just teasing you, Salsa. Right. That's not really what I call a good joke, but don't argue. You wanted to make some tea, so she went to fetch some water.
I see. Yuri's very proud of his tea set. Has
Has she shown it to you yet? Oh, not yet, no. Maybe you should ask her about it. Tea is a big passion of hers, so I'm sure she'd be happy to talk about it a bit. Who knows, maybe it'll help to get a bit closer to her. What? Is Monika helping us with the Yuri route? Monika giggles. I'm just messing with you, Salsa. That moment, the door to the clubroom opens and Yuri walks back in with the full water pitcher. Ah, speak of the devil. Well, I won't keep you any further. Have fun with Yuri. I don't know why. Is she totally fine with this Yuri route? Monika walks away and Yuri approaches me.
Is everything alright? I'm sorry for taking so long.
You're fine. Monika was just telling me about your tea set. Ah. A delicate smile plays across Yuri's face.
Yes, would you like to see it?
Monika must have been telling the truth. She generally looks excited to share this with you. I actually have a lot of tea. I love tea. I have like 20 different sorts of teas in a box. And I have a little wonderful blue kettle that I bought in London when I were there visiting last summer. So yeah, or not last summer, but yeah, when I was in London, I bought a kettle there. Quite lovely little kettle. Tell me in the comments down below, are you a coffee drinker or tea drinker? Let me know. I'd be happy to, Yuri. Salsa?
Oh, Salsa, do you like oolong tea?
I don't really have a preference. I'm sure whatever you give me will be fine.
Very well.
If I remember, oolong tea is Yuri's favorite. Yuri sets the temperature on an electric kettle at 200 degrees. She then begins measuring out tea leaves into a strainer. Monika wasn't kidding. You must really enjoy this, huh? Yuri smiles shyly, blushing slightly.
Yes. Besides reading, tea is a true passion of mine. A piping hot cup of tea alongside a gripping novel, doesn't that sound wonderful?
I guess. I actually have often tea when I play games, you know, off camera. It's quite soothing. Have to admit, it's kind of fascinating seeing you be so exact with everything.
Tea is an art, Salsa. It's a delicate dance where each step must be perfect. Even the temperature of the water needs to be precisely 200 degrees.
Exactly. I mean, it differs from tea to tea, but some teas needs to be higher and lower temperature. True. Really, the tea I make when I haphazardly plop tea bag in boiling water seems fine to me. But then again, I guess Yuri's making tea with her higher grade ingredients. Once the water is boiled, Yuri adds it to the pot and carefully steeps the tea leaves. She hums to herself delicately and pours out a cup for each of us.
It's nice seeing you like...
Oh, wrong voice. It's nice seeing you like this. Sorry if I'm just, you know, all over the place sometimes, but I often record these videos when I come home from work and I'm kind of tired.
What do you mean?
You just seem so relaxed, like you're in the zone.
I see. Expressing myself really isn't as hard as I thought it'd be. I'm glad I'd get to do this sort of thing with someone else. Especially someone as delightful as yourself.
Oh, first compliment from Yuri. Here we go.
I'm sorry if that sounded weird. I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
It's really okay, Yuri. I want to do all this with you. It's kind of new for me as well. Maybe a bit of company will make it easier on both of us.
Yes. Thank you for being so patient with me, Salsa.
Yuri really doesn't have much self-confidence. True. The least I could do is let her be herself a little. Maybe over time she'll grow more comfortable around others.
Salsa, would it be okay if we sat on the floor today?
I don't see why not. In particular, Reason why? Why though? Any particular reason?
I can rest against the wall and read instead of leaning over my desk. I often have back pain, so it'd be a little easier on me.
Yeah, I can see that. With that thin body and those badongadongas, I can see it might you might get back pain. Oh sure, I don't mind.
Thank you. And sometimes it can be a real bother to have
Badongadongas.
That is to say, I...
based on how she's acting, I think I can guess what she might be referring to, but confirming that would probably make her feel even more embarrassed. Yeah, badongadongas. You mean you have a terrible reading posture, right? Nice save. That's a good save. I can't imagine hunching over your books like that so much. That much is too comfortable.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. So if we were sitting on the floor...
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me just get the book. I retrieve a novel alongside a small bag of chocolate. I'm getting a bit worried. This is super similar so far to the main game. I guess we'll see what will differ soon. Yuri carries our teacups and places them on the ground, sliding down to the floor. Soon enough, the two of us are in the same position as yesterday, each holding one side of the story.
Would it be okay if...
Yuri shifts closer to me until our shoulders are touching. Her thick purple hair flops over my arm as she peers over the book. I think I like Yuri being a little more assertive. Here. Yuri reaches over with her free hand and presents me with my teacup. I carefully accept it, taking great care to avoid her chest as I do so. Yeah. I slowly let go of the book and raise the teacup. Yuri subconsciously moves her hand underneath it to better balance the book between us. Her gaze is completely focused on the pages below. It's almost as if you can see the story being scanned word by word in her eyes. As she continues, I take a sip from my teacup. It has a soothing, floral flavor, and it smells wonderful. Yuri wasn't kidding. This is quite relaxing. Once I've finished my tea, I take chocolates from my bag and fill it with the wrapper. After I clumsily dispose of it, I pop it into my mouth. I got some chocolate here. Would you like one?
Oh, I appreciate the offer, but... I don't want to accidentally get smudges on the page.
It's a good point. Sorry, I hadn't thought of that. My bad.
Oh, it's quite alright. I can hold the book for us if you would like.
Yuri grabs the other side of the book and holds it between us. Before I know it, she's transfixed in the story again. I don't think she noticed, but her arm's resting on top of my leg. I'll take another chocolate from the bag and raise it up to Yuri's mouth. Without looking away, she parts her lips. I don't know if she even realizes what she's doing. She's doing it, but she's expecting it now. I have to follow through. I timidly place a chocolate in Yuri's mouth. This is super similar. As I said, I'm just getting worried, but I'm just gonna play along with it until we see any difference from the main game from Blue Skies. I timidly place the chocolate in Yuri's mouth. She continues to read. She closes her lips around it. Looks like she just realized what happened.
What? Salsa?
Yuri blushes deeply, looking up at me. Sorry, I wasn't really thinking.
No, you were trying to make me feel more comfortable, right?
Suddenly I feel really nervous. Yeah, I just thought you might like... Yeah, I like one.
Yes, if that's the case, then I wouldn't mind another.
That's alright with you, of course.
Or if that's alright with you, of course.
Totally. Yuri tries to look back at the book, but I can tell she's unable to focus on it. I can feel my heart trying to beat out of my chest. Things have gotten really tense. I reach down and take another chocolate, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Was this how things were supposed to go? Yuri doesn't look away. There's a soft pleading in her eyes as she blinks slowly. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. However, this time it feels a lot more intimate. Her breath is gentle and warm on my fingers as I place the chocolate on in her mouth.
Okay.
Oh, Monika. Well, what do we have here? Yuri jolts back. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things awkward. We do need to share poems right now though. Is that okay? Yeah, of course. Great. Get things put away and you can join us shortly. Yuri and I sit there dumbfounded.
I guess I'll take care of the teacups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Without another word, the two of us clean everything up. I don't know if either of us will have the courage to bring this up in the future. Guess not. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Let's start with Sayori.
Oh, I really like this one, Zalzar.
Better than yesterday. Better than yesterday's?
Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both.
That's not a good critique. That's not very helpful, you know.
Sorry. I'm probably not the best person to get feedback from. Monika once told me it's impossible to really rate the poem because they're so subjective.
That's true.
So there's judged poems through my heart. I guess I'll look for how poems make me feel. Hope that helps.
Sort of. I guess some feedback is better than no feedback, right?
Right. Speaking of feedback, do you want to read mine?
Sure. Bottles. This is a long one, oh my god. I puff off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams, like balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in the bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow off the dust of my bottles. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelves could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile beneath my feet. Happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends, for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo inside my head. Oh, that's dark. Wow, yeah, Sayori. Didn't expect this at all. Did you really write this?
Of course I did.
She's gonna be depressed in this one too.
Remember I said I'd write the best poem ever yesterday? Well, here it is.
It is pretty good. After all,
Monika had taught me a lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
Oh, okay. That's what this poem is about. I suppose that's much was obvious. Unlike Yuri's or Monika's poems, so are relatively simpler to figure out. So, if I didn't interpret this correctly,
you're basically doing everything you can.
Wrong voice. You're basically doing everything you can to keep your friends happy. Yeah, keeping a smile on, you know, making everyone happy around her.
You got it. I really enjoyed writing this one. Just getting your thoughts out on paper and turning them into a poem. It's like magic.
Well, I think it's amazing. You should be really proud of it.
Thank you, Salazar. That means a lot. I didn't think it was that good, though.
It's great, seriously. Can't help but notice that the latter half of the poem isn't quite as cheery. Yeah, it's... oh boy. In fact, it's somewhat alarming, a very dark contrast from the cheeriness I'm used to with Sayori. Although, maybe I'm looking into this a little bit too much, but the end of the poem is pretty dark. You said you've been in touch with your feelings recently, so I'm just checking, is everything okay?
Of course, silly. Got to tell you, I really like writing about bittersweet stuff. Stuff that isn't just happy or sad, just happy or just sad. A mixture of the two. This poem shows what I mean. Just my writing style.
Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Well, either way, I'm glad you enjoyed writing so much. I hope you keep it up. Good to have a hobby.
Of course. And hopefully you'll also stick with it. So I look forward to seeing all the poems you write in the future.
No guarantee there, but just from seeing the passion in Sayori's eyes, it's hard to be pessimistic. So let's save so we don't mess anything up. Let's go with Natsuki. She's not gonna like it.
Well, it's better than your last one. I still don't get it. It's trying too hard to be serious.
What do you mean?
Poems don't need to be cryptic and deep sounding to be good. Just sound super dumb if you don't suck at it. Honestly, don't try to write like this until you're on Yuri's level.
Natsuki pauses as if she just realized something.
Don't tell me. Just writing this to impress Yuri, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm not trying to impress anybody.
Yes, we are.
I'm just writing.
Writing exactly how Yuri would write. She would love crap like this. You know what? No.
Natsuki shoves my poem back at me.
I don't want to do this with you anymore. If you wrote a poem for someone else, don't show it to me.
Well, that just happened. I guess this was destined to happen. I never really understood what Natsuki tries to get out of me. At least she wasn't the girl I was trying to impress. Oh, so we didn't even get to read. Oh, we didn't even get to read her poem. Let's go with Yuri now. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Salsa, I'm stunned. How is it possible that you've already this skilled at writing? It was but a day ago that I was trying to give you advice, and now you've already seemed to master it.
Perhaps you're a good teacher. I really took your advice to heart and tried to compose a great piece with that in mind. Yuri visibly swallows. She coils a slender lock on her hair round her finger, twiddling it nervously.
You thought of me?
Sorry, was that weird?
No, how do I word this?
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. I'm the same. I often think too long before I speak though. I'm very, I think about the consequences a lot, so I am very careful what I say and what I do. I mean, it's both good and bad.
I'm not used to this sort of thing. Having someone value my opinion like that. I know it might sound foolish, but the fact that I was able to inspire you is incredibly humbling. And I suppose in a way, it just makes me really happy.
Wait, surely you have shared your writing with others before, right? Yuri shakes her head. Seriously? You're really talented, so I would have thought you'd have shown your writing to others.
I primarily write for myself. And besides, I highly doubt people would seriously enjoy my writing.
Do you really think that? Yuri nods solemnly. I really haven't shared it. You haven't really shared it with anyone else. Not even your close friends. I guess the club is her only group of friends, you know. Anyway, could I look at your poem now?
Yeah? Yes, of course. If you really want to see it.
Okay. A whimsical, tiny, serious friend sleeps along me at my amber bookend, dreaming about a sanguine day where mirrored, slender lampposts play. She beckons me, her hand extends, piercing pupils readily rend. Azure channels bend and twist, cautiously held above the wrists. However, she finds her advances shunned, always crackling, always stunned, never able to draw the lance. Across my arms she's never danced. She's talking about the knife, right? Perhaps it would be for the best if I laid her down to rest, whilst I haven't given in to pain pleading from within. I think that it might be smart to save the song of fumbling hearts, lest tears make me dizzily fall, and answer her violet, virulent call. Oh, that sounds dark.
I felt a bit guilty after yesterday's arguing with Natsuki. I want to experiment with my style a bit more. Hopefully it's not too confusing.
No, it's fine. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know, it felt dark. Even if it's a bit more involved than yesterday, I still like it. I'm noticing a lot more symbolism as well. I don't want to assume anything, but the tone of this poem, I'm not sure how to describe it.
Yes, I really want to test my abilities in creative expression. I didn't go too far, did I?
No, it's really good. I just don't know if I'm good enough at this to deduce the meaning.
If I had to explain it, I'd say it's about a closely guarded secret.
Yeah, we know about that.
I imagine everyone had a little something like that. Something they're forced to keep to themselves, for fear of ridicule. It's nice to be able to write about this sort of things every now and then.
If it's something you enjoy doing, shouldn't you write about it more?
Well, it's not that simple. It's something I'm comfortable talking about. I'm not sure people would understand. When everyone were to find out about it, well,
I guess as long as it's not hurting anyone, people should.
Do you think so? Sorry, I was thinking of something. It's a good point though. The best I could do is to try and embrace my own weirdness, right? Otherwise I think I'd hate myself. Sorry to keep you so long. Thank you for allowing me to ramble. There aren't many people in this world like you, Salsa.
Oh, second compliment from Yuri.
When I share my writing with you, I feel like you genuinely care about what I have to say. It's nice having someone who listens.
That might be a bit much to say, wouldn't it?
It just, I'm not really used to it. I rarely feel comfortable about my writing, let alone with the idea of sharing it. But with you, it just feels so easy. It's nice. Thank you for helping with that, Salsa.
It's nothing, really. Yours shows me a genuine smile. A newfound sense of self-confidence seems to sparkle behind her eyes, if only just for a moment. Okie doke, Moniru, what do you got?
Hi again, Salsa. I'm trusting that the club's been doing you well.
Same answer as yesterday.
That's nice to hear. So about the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
Just alright, huh?
Yeah, no, I guess I should say that that it's revolutionized my world and brought color into my previous lifeless life. Well, I say that, but the club, if not the poetry, really has made my days more interesting. Okay, can it with sarcasm, mister? At least you're not hating it though, right? No, it's been an interesting experience at least. Gives me a new hobby to do. I'm happy that you're applying yourself at least. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monika. Wait, is this what we wrote? Pressurized, I floated there in vast hollow emptiness, large but small, grandeur and overwhelming, yet a dust mote, drifting, meandering, carrying along in endless void. But then I realized my eyes open, bloodshot, my mouth open, gasping for breath in this crushing, suppressing, restraining, boundless, everlasting, suffocating vacuum of torment. What? Atmosphere, Pascal 4. Screaming with no mouth, stretching, restraining, unrelenting, clawing with no nails, disintegrate in a suffocating poem of what? Oh, sorry, no, that was Monika's. Sorry, I messed up. That was Monika's poem, of course. Really freeform too, if that's what you call it. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. The other girls don't do this stuff nearly as much as you, at least. Yeah, you could say that they're a bit more traditional when it comes to their structure. But I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It fragments everywhere and leaves a dissonant tone with the reader. I see. I guess there's a lot of things you can do with poetry. Definitely, poetry is very much an art form. You're meant to craft poems using never before seen combination of words to interpret the world around you. You really love poetry, huh? Maybe you should write a poem about poetry sometime. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Anyway, it's still hard for me to tell what your poem's about. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? Now, we've all had experience that at this point with the poetry discussions and all, but it can be really disheartening to get lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoyed writing it though, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. Yeah, it definitely is more helpful getting real criticism and feedback rather than just empty words. I guess I've really hit the mother load with the literature club. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Actually, Natsuki and I haven't shared yet. Oh, catfight again. Yeah, I can feel the storm coming. Yuri hesitantly approaches Natsuki, who isn't meeting her eyes. She's still angry with Yuri. It would be out of character for her. It wouldn't be out of character for her to be. Although judging by Monika and Sayori's anxious expressions, I feel like something else is amiss.
So Natsuki, if I may... How about we do this tomorrow instead? I'm not feeling well. It's my time of the month.
Oh. I can practically see Monika internally facepalming. Natsuki must have forgotten that the club isn't all girls anymore.
Is that so? I'm sorry, you must feel absolutely terrible if you can't even share your poem today. Don't need to apologize, it's not your fault. You can definitely share tomorrow.
Didn't she even write one? Maybe she didn't.
Well, even if you aren't well enough to share your own poem, would you like to see mine? I wrote it thinking of our argument the other day. I suppose that I wanted to show you that I'm more open-minded than I may have appeared, as a way of repenting. I know it's not much, but hopefully this can contribute to reconciliation between us. Although we may have our disagreements, but I would like to consider you as a friend. And friends forgive each other. I'm sorry if that's presumptuous of me to say. No, it's not presumptuous of you to say that. I'd like to consider you a friend too. So you can hand over that poem then.
With a shy smile, Yuri hands the sheet of paper in her hands over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads the poem, her eyes widen.
You're writing using a rhyme and stuff, like me? You could say that you convinced me to practice adding more lyricism to my poetry.
Natsuki looks like she's speechless for once.
Thanks, Yuri. That's awesome. It's awesome. There's really no need to thank me. Well, I'm really glad I got to know you. I'll definitely have something that'll knock your socks off tomorrow. And I'll be looking forward to that. I'd hope that you feel better tomorrow as well, so that you can share your work with me then. Of course.
That was a crisis and a half avoided. Really glad Natsuki and Yuri worked things out, and it seems that Monika and Sayori feels the same way. It's good to see everyone getting along. Now that we are done sharing it though, I have something to discuss with you all. It's a great opportunity for expanding the club that's coming up. The festival.
It's about the festival.
You could say that.
Do we really have to do something? It's only a few days, and it's not like we're able to come up with anything good.
Yes, that's something I'm concerned about as well. With such little time left to prepare, I doubt we'll be able to put together anything good enough to attract new members.
Yeah, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Nothing more than a few decorations. I can design some pamphlets to hand out at the event, and Sayori make posters to put up around the school.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to put on a poetry performance.
A what?
Monika, everyone's going to choose one poem to recite out loud. It doesn't have to be written by you, as long as you put your heart into the recitation. Although, of course, it'd be great if you could show off your own work. And the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too.
Yeah, I just put a thing on the posters that says bring your own poems. It's gonna be so cool.
Sayori pulls a poster out of her bag and pulls it out for us to see us.
Are you kidding me, Monika? Don't tell me you started putting those posters already.
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, you didn't even ask us before you started the advertising. We never agreed to stand in front of a bunch of random people and perform our poems.
I agree with Natsuki.
I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys, let's...
Please calm down and take a moment to think about it. I understand that you two haven't had much experience sharing your poems out loud. In fact, we all haven't done that much. But I still think we should try our best. Look around. Monika motions to all of us. We're all here because we are passionate for literature and this club. Don't you want to share the passion with other people, to inspire them to pursue their inner writer?
Yeah. It's all about exploring yourself and trying new things, all while having fun.
Monika and I nod our heads in agreement. Natsuki and Yuri, on the other hand, remain silent. Guess that means it's my turn to say something. I mean, I don't think it's that much to ask. As Monika said, we're all here because we care about the club and wants to see it flourish. And if all that means is a 2-minute poetry performance, then I think we can manage. Sayori and Monika's faces light up as I finish speaking.
Hey, it isn't like we don't care about the club. It's just... don't really have to do we really have to perform? You know how hard it is to get new members. Because people are just narrow-minded jerks who don't even like literature or give literature a chance. Who's to say this festival will be any different?
I'm inclined to agree with Natsuki. I'm sorry, Monika, I know how much you want to do this, but I just can't imagine performing in front of a crowd of strangers. Well, at least Yuri and Natsuki have proven they can agree on something. Monika sighs, her eyes closed, as she rubs her temples. Look, guys, I know you're anxious. I understand that, I really do. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous myself. After all, it's my club, so people are going to judge me the most if our performance doesn't go well. Natsuki, if it makes you feel any better, a few of my friends will be coming along. They're lovely people, they won't judge you for your tastes. I've known them for a few years, trust me. Natsuki huffs, turning away. She doesn't look particularly convinced. And Yuri, I know it's scary thought, but I've thought a way to ease you into it. Why don't we start by practicing our poems to each other in the club?
No way!
Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
But, Monika, there's gotta be something else we can do.
Yuri nods vigorously as Natsuki's words, anxiety written all over her face.
But guys...
No, Sayori, it's okay. If you guys really think we can do better than a poetry performance, then I'll gladly go along with an alternative. So, any ideas? An awkward silence fills the room. We all glance at each other anxiously before Sayori finally speaks up.
We could...
Sayori stops and thinks to herself for a moment.
Oh wait, no, never mind. That wouldn't work.
Once again, the room falls silent. Well then, I guess we can't come up with something different after all. Monika laughs, attempting to ease the tension in the room. I know you guys might not be the most on board with this idea, but I think it's our best option. Please, guys, please.
Can you stop pressuring us?
I'm honestly surprised Natsuki putting up such a resistance. I knew she was a little hot-headed, but even still. I'm not pressuring you, Natsuki. Both of them have raised their voice. Yuri looks a little startled, as Sayori looks anxious to intervene.
Oh, guys, please, there's no need to get angry. Can we just discuss this normally?
Monika reflects on Sayori's words, looking a little ashamed of her outburst. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to raise my voice. Just, this festival is important to me, that's all. Ever since I created this club, I've always wanted to show other people. Natsuki, Yuri, I imagine you were both a little apprehensive when Salsa joined, right? After all, he was a familiar face. She smiles warmly at me. But look, he's He's integrating really well. He's made the effort to get to know us and our individual writing styles. She turns to Yuri. And Yuri, remember at the start when he asked you for a book recommendation? Yuri nods and Monika shoots her a knowing smile. Must have been lovely, being able to share a book you're so passionately about with a new person, right?
Yeah, it was enjoyable discussing it with you, Salsa.
Yeah, likewise. It isn't something I'd normally read, so without you, it would have gone by unnoticed. It would have gone by unnoticed. See, guys, maybe we could find more people who are just as into horror, Yuri. Maybe like-minded people. Now, come on, tell me that isn't an appealing idea. Yeah, of course, but really my biggest issue is with the actual performance aspect of the festival. Well, like I said, I know it's a scary thought, performing in front of a bunch of strangers, but trust me when I say I have full faith in you. In all of you. Your poems are amazing, guys. Just know people will love them. It's almost criminal not to show them off. So what do you think, guys? For me? For us?
Fine. Still don't think it's a good idea, but fine, I'll do it. Just stop guilt tripping us.
Thanks, Natsuki. And you, Yuri? Yuri nervously glances at each of our expectant faces. But Monika, what if people start being inconsiderate and disturb us or laugh? I'm not surprised Yuri is worried about that. But don't you worry. If anyone steps out of line, I'll put a swift stop to that. She has a stern glint in her eyes, and I have to repress a shiver. I'm glad she's with us, yeah. Yeah, Monika gonna flip the shit out of that person who say something bad about the poems. Yuri looks somewhat relieved, but it's clear she's still worried. She swallows and nods. I suppose I don't really have a choice, do I? I shake my head. Okay, I'll do it.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Yeah, it might. We might see. I know you do great, Yuri, just trust me. But anyway, let's go back onto the main event. While we have time, I want each of you to choose a poem of yours to practice reciting in front of each other. Yuri and Natsuki exchange uneasy glances, but don't say anything. Don't worry, I'll go first so everyone feels a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop the video here because it won't get too long if I continue. But now they're gonna start preparing for the festival, if you say so. I'm gonna save so don't mess anything up. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it there because the videos would be too long otherwise. But hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a favorite, and tell me in the comments down below what you think about the game so far. It's quite similar to the main game, but I guess things will take off once we get to the festival at least. But hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a favorite. I'll see you soon. Toodeloo!